Many people probably couldn't imagine all the things microbes are capable of. They are already used in a variety of biotechnological applications, such as wastewater purification, drug manufacturing, beer making, and many others. There is a lot of research done about these microscopic little creatures, and one very fascinating feature about them has been found. Some microbes have the ability to release negatively charged small particles called electrons outside of their cell membrane in a phenomenon called exoelectrogenesis. This electron flow can be transformed into electricity via microbial fuel cells. Fuel cells are electrochemical devices that can be used in a variety of technologies. The basic principle of a fuel cell is that it converts chemical energy into electrical energy. Fuel cells consist of an anode with a negative charge and a cathode with a positive charge, surrounded by an electrolyte. In the middle is a membrane that separates the anode and the cathode. The electricity formed is based on redox reactions. On the anode, the fuel is oxidized, so it gives away electrons while transforming to positive cations like hydrogen here. The electrons are forced through an external circuit to travel to cathode, creating an electric current. At the cathode, electrons are given to protons that travel through the membrane and combined with oxygen to produce water. But what if we could produce electricity from microbes instead of chemical fuels? This can be done with microbial fuel cells. As mentioned before, in exoelectrogenesis, microbes transfer electrons outside their cell membrane. This phenomenon can be harnessed as electron flow in a fuel cell. In microbial fuel cells, also called MFCs, microbes are put on the anode side of the fuel cell with some organic substrates such as glucose. When cells respire, they utilize the energy of organic compounds, producing CO2 and water as a byproduct. Some of the cell's metabolic activities produce electrons, and some of these electrons are released outside of their cell membrane. This electron flow can be transformed into electricity with the same principle as with a conventional fuel cell. An even more specific case of microbial fuel cells include photoautotrophic microbes such as microalgae and cyanobacteria, and these can be called biophotovoltaics. They produce the electron flow from sunlight, water, and CO2. In photosynthesis, electrons are extracted from water using light energy and passed through the photosynthetic electron transfer chain to produce energy for the cell's activities. Some of these electrons are passed outside the cell. Then the same principle applies. Electrons are passed via an external circuit to the cathode, where protons, oxygen, and electrons are infused to produce water. Biophotovoltaics are a relatively new technology, and scientists are interested in it since it could be considered as a sustainable way to produce electricity. Research in this topic is being conducted in Finland in the University of Turku by Academy Research Fellow Laura Way and her team.
My research group at the University of Turku is investigating the fundamental mechanisms of why photosynthetic microorganisms export electrons to their extracellular environment and what different environmental conditions trigger that behaviour. It's not fully known the reason why photosynthetic microorganisms do this exoelectrogenesis or extracellular electron transfer, but there are a number of leading hypotheses. One is that it's a photoprotection mechanism to protect the cells from high or rapidly fluctuating harsh environmental conditions of light. Another is that it could be a way that the cells communicate with each other in biofilms in the environment. Another reason could be for reductive metal acquisition to enable them to take nutrients in from the environment that would otherwise be inaccessible to them. So theoretically, exoelectrogenesis of photosynthetic microorganisms can be harnessed in a variety of sustainable biotechnologies, such as biophotovoltaic devices for renewable electricity generation that's predicted to be able to power small devices in the Internet of Things. It could also be used for charge storage in photobiobatteries or also in electrochemical biosensors of environmental toxins.
As Laura said, microbial fuel cells can be used for a variety of applications, and with further research and understanding the reason of exoallergogenesis, we may be able to use them even at a broader range of applications.